Alright, we're live. Oops, I thought my zipper would light. But we have. This is the music I'm going to be listening to for this entire backtesting session. Hopefully, it will save me from a copyright strike so I don't lose my YouTube account. That'd be kind of bad. But let's go over our weekly analysis going into tomorrow. I was just watching a little bit of ICT. So, we have a new dog opening gap. And this is on DXY. Pretty sure this is a it's new week opening gap. We have a new week opening gap in DXY. So of course, anticipating higher prices. Let's scale up to the hourly, see if we can have any type of PDA raise, because it does look like we formed not power of 3, but we did run lower, take out this low, created a BPR, we just placed up higher. We didn't form a breakaway gap, but we are still pushing up higher and respecting the new week opening gap. On the daily, of course, we're a little bit bearish, but it looks like we are still going to keep pushing up. I have my old analysis from a while ago right here. But taking a little break on the weekends usually helps you. So, accumulation, a little bit of manipulation, then we can expect higher prices on DXY. But, you know how DXY works. If DXY is pushing up higher, of course we want to see lower prices on NQ. And are we getting lower prices on NQ? No. Look at this. So this is NQ right here, running out highs, and I'm still bullish on NQ. Before I actually started the stream, I am bullish on NQ. Let's find a new week opening gap, and where's it? It should be around here somewhere. We'll find it right here. So we are trading below it. Is this even it? Yeah, it is. Just mark out your PDA raise. We could use IPTA. I have a low indicator. I think it's kind of cheating, but I use an indicator for IPTA just because I'm not really too happy about moving my charts forward. Boom. It's 28, look back. Colors are a bit messed up, but I just want to see. We are leaving behind these lows, so I'm just going to mark them out for you. Boom. And I'd say that these are protected lows. We are not going to return back down to these lows. Oh wait, 20-day low. And all these lows we're just pushing up into a premium, so when we leave lows behind of IPTA like this, then you know we're just going to continue pushing up higher. So, oops, that's my IP if you guys want it, but I don't think that's mine. So power returning to a higher time frame PD array, of course it's pretty predictable. My analysis has been off recently, and I don't know what's up with that. So it is starting to look like it's correlating with DXY just because we are above the new week opening gap here. So if we would be so kind, pushed above, and look, we pushed below, and now we tap back into it. Same with what we did on Q or DXY on the 50-minute, and it looks like we're coming back up to it. So might be rebalancing it, and that would be really good. I really like trading with DXY as a kind of like a confluence, but let's just go over our PD arrays, see what we have going into the week. Get rid of this. We don't need any of that. Okay, of course, not much. We just have this high up here that I really want to reach. I think we're going to push through this high, kind of retrace back into it. 4 hour. We always drop down to the 4 hour to find our PD arrays, and we are trading into this BISI. Let's use fancy terms. And boom, copy that, slap it down right here, and we'll see how this works going into tomorrow. We also have this high right here, but I really don't think this is going to be too significant going into tomorrow. I don't really think it's going to play that much of a role. We rebalance this high right here, order block. Let's mark out the hourly order block. It can't hurt. We want as much confidence as possible going into the new day. Let me just double check with the volume profile. Yeah, okay, so this low is probably going to be something that we're going to react off of. One thing I did think was pretty neat, if you look on the 5-minute, and, well, I think it was a 1-minute actually. So, when we went lower, we tapped back into this 3 lows right down here. And, of course, we're respecting mean threshold, but usually for order blocks I use this little tool, and when we use it at this little red line right here, yo, person, so I'm feeling a little bit better. We should be doing better. Oh, it wasn't this low, was it? I think it was one of these. I was talking about that one thing that we had, that weird phenomenon. Wherever it was. Or was it? I think I'm looking at the wrong charts. This is Friday. Okay, I guess it doesn't exist anymore. We did have that one order block that... Yeah, we adjust over contract changes. We did have that one order block that we tapped into the mean threshold of perfectly. I don't really think that's playing a role in price anymore. Unless it was this one right here, but that'd just be weird. Probably was, to be honest. Okay, I was looking way too much into the future, way too high up. That's fine though. Yeah, let me see her open. Yeah, it was right here. It was this one. Tapping to the mean threshold, this little order block right here. But yeah, I'm pretty bullish tomorrow. We have PD arrays. Where's my... Oh, it's here. We have our bissies. 4 hour. 4 hour. Let's just do a double check on the hourly, just to see that we have everything marked out right and properly. Yeah, we're in a deep premium. I'm not expecting any type of retracement either. Of course, we are going to retrace after taking out highs like this, but overall, I'm not really expecting too much reaction, nothing too fancy off of it. We do have this order block that we are disrespecting. Let me just use mean threshold real quick to see if we're... We did reject off mean threshold, which is something I don't really want to see. But tomorrow should set the stage, so of course, we're going to go into Monday with no news, which this isn't the thing that we're on. There we go. Howell speaking, and PMI 10. We can trade past 10. I'd actually like to watch PMI, then we could trade after PMI. That'd be some good manipulation if he can get some higher or lower, but I really want lower manipulation. So let me just draw the forecast for the week. Hopefully we can get above this, maybe tap into this 4-hour BISI, run up higher, and then go lower. Tap back into it. So overall, I'm just gonna go on the 4-hour to get our thing worked out. We are already tapping into it, so run up above this high, return into some sort of PD array. This could become a unicorn in the future, so I'm gonna anticipate tap back in and push up higher. And I'm gonna put this in the Discord because I don't think we have that much people watching. So I'm gonna call right now. I'm gonna recap that amount. So go into here, go into my weekly, put it in. Okay, so I want to go over this, what I was expecting in the week. My bias through the week was pretty wrong. At the beginning of the week, I was thinking NQ higher. We did push lower, and we had a retracement throughout the week. So, market maker sum on a 4-hour completed. This is where we had the little run lower, and of course we'd be expecting higher prices. And I don't know, is this Wednesday? Let me check. Is it 28th Wednesday? Let's go back, because I know Wednesday. No, it's Sunday. That's so weird. That's whatever though. Fire. Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna open up these DMs. There could be some weird stuff in them. Okay. Yeah, someone's depressed. But FX replay. Let's get on to that and let's go over what I'm expecting. Or let's just do a little warm up on the 5th. 100k. Actually, let's do something a little bit different. Actually, no, we'll keep it at 100k. Thank you for seeing me. February. And I'm pretty laid back right now. I'm gonna be pretty patient. So 6th, and let's do February 23. Let's give it. If we do good, we'll give myself a month to backtest. 23rd, and let's look at. We're gonna go to the end of the month. Go hop in the Mantis strat. That's down 197R. Actually, no. I think I know what's wrong. I'm only gonna do it once because it messes me up. Also, backtesting sessions don't even go that good. Okay, starting from the top. We're gonna do the exact same thing I was using, so. What did we just do? I'm gonna look at this rejection block and think of our overall bias going into the day. Daily, we're rejecting off this low, and we have this fair value gap that I do want to see retrace into. We did not form a breakaway gap. I mean, some people would consider this a unicorn, but this is just a mitigation block, and we didn't take out this low. Keep this order block marked out and this fair value gap. So this is a pretty high area of confluence, considering how we are short-term bullish but long-term bearish. I could see us push a little bit higher, dig deeper to take out this high, attempt to meet threshold of this order block. So, keeping this in mind, we're gonna have to scale down to the 4 hour for more confirmation, and it looks like we are respecting this 4 hour fair value gap. I actually have to check out news of the week. That's something I wasn't looking at. Oh, Biden's speech. Oh, that's not good. And this is 11 p.m. Yeah, we're gonna miss out. And I don't know if it's safe to trade Biden speaking, honestly. What is this on the? Yeah, what? Let me go to our New York session, so I don't have any slip-ups. And make sure we are on UTC 5, because this always messed me up. I didn't have the proper time. So, rig set up for something good. Powell speaking, what time is he speaking? 12:40, maybe 1, I don't know, maybe 12:30. It should still be able to trade PM. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the markets. I'm still gonna act like it's a real trading day though. So we're gonna stop and do the rest of our analysis here. So we just woke up. Check out the daily again for diving deeper into the fair value gap. No, we were just accumulating overnight. I kind of want my box as an indicator, yeah. Okay, we have our sessions indicator.
Oh.
We are higher time frame session. Power 3. Yeah, this isn't right. New York session. This is a London session. Okay, it should go into New York then. Let me just double check. For 9:30. Oh, okay, at least we have our London highs and lows in Asia session. So I was going to be looking for power 3 going into the day, but we did not get it. I'm going to keep out our Asian high and low marked out. Not really. I don't think anyone else is. Rejection blocks, nothing too much. We do have equal highs, so we have to identify our points of liquidity, and this high, we couldn't really consider that fair value gap unless we scaled down. This isn't clean enough, we already ran that out. Okay. So we are now below the midnight open, so I'm already automatically bullish on the day. We have this session high I want to see us take out, and I'm not going to move forward. I'm going to extremely slope this. So 1 minute, 0 open. We already ran out these lows, so this would be considered a Judas swing at 9:31. So all we need now is just a framework. Oh, okay. I don't want to listen to that. Okay. So we're still expecting a run up higher just because of the Judas swing, and we are permitted to run below it again. And do we have any PD arrays back here? I just gotta see. Nothing back here. We do have this order block, so keeping this one marked out because this one did not run out of any lows. But I'm still going to keep the one marked out. There we go. So rejection off the order block. These lows taken. I'm going to try keeping my chart pretty clean. And all we can see now is just a run up higher. It is really cumulative, and we also have Powell speaking, so if we do take a trade, it has to be less size automatically because of Powell. So now with this would be considered a market structure shift unless we get displacement lower. We also have this bullish fair value gap after the shift. We could see a retracement to mean threshold. I thought modest by default was good. Oops, wrong one. Ambience music, hold up. Hopefully I don't get copyright strike. Okay, we should be fine. Thank you. Okay, so now we do have this push higher. We already have our shift. Power through right here. All I can see now is our retracement to this. Fair value gap, plus 0.5 of this order block. So I automatically want to start looking for longs with, I'll give it a good size for a stop. And of course we want these equal highs to get taken. Yeah, if we can't run above these equal highs, I'm going to look for some sort of inversion fair value gap to take a trade off of. But overall, this is where I do want to take a trade. So obviously with Powell speaking, we have to de-risk a bit, but this is still 1 to 3, so I'd be happy with it. Tapped, fill this in, and right here, we are respecting, what are we respecting? This bearish fair value gap. So I'm still going to keep my stop. I'm not going to get scared out of a trade, just because we have this power 3 and these highs that want to get taken. Okay. I don't like this respect of the mean threshold, so I would already have stops at break even here, or stops risen. And we do have this bullish fair value gap in this order block. So if we get stopped out, that's okay. We're going to find another trade. We're already out. De-risk. Yep, that's fine. So we did not suffer a loss. That count us up $2. And you could see that the conditions are really choppy, but we did have an initial run up and this fair value gap respect. And you also have to consider that the high and low, we were inside of a premium or an OTE fair value gap. So of course you can expect reaction off of this, but still with Powell speaking, yeah, I'm not really going to be too excited about taking any shorts. Let's take my buys because we still are taking out these lows. Just keep sweeping them. I'm just going to be more patient. We can also check out 5 minute. Yeah, a ton of accumulation. I might just have to wait out until PM for this. I probably wouldn't trade anymore. After that one loss, I probably wouldn't be able to find another setup, so I'm going to skip through it. If this holds, pushes up higher, we could look for a redistribution entry, but it's so choppy. Yeah, we did even form a breakaway gap on that one, but keeping this high marked out, I want to see us respect this side, and we could push up higher. And if we don't run off these equal highs, yeah, price is accumulating. So I'm going to keep this marked out. BPR, disrespected. Okay, finally we took out the highs. I knew that was a draw on liquidity, so I'm at least glad that my buys for the day and draw was proper. And if you also see that this fair value gap was tagged into, and we do have any type of reclaimed order blocks, not really, and this wasn't tapped back into, just solely because of Powell's speech. I'm just gonna wait off, because most of the markets just get really slow. Alright, he's speaking. Yeah, see that? That would probably mess up the markets for the rest of the day. We did get extreme acceleration to our highs though, so we're pretty right. Yeah, I wouldn't be trading for the rest of the day. Okay, we're gonna skip over this day. One break even on the day, so that's pretty fine. Biden's speech. I'm just gonna skip over that one because solely I don't want to mess around with news I literally have no idea about. But Wednesday. Okay. So bias, so same respecting, we're still bullish. Have this high, I want to see get taken. We can turn off the session indicator now. Actually, I still want to mark our highs and lows, but we'll get back to that. Rejection block? No, not really. So yeah, I'm still bullish. These equal lows though, these equal lows on this fair value gap look really appetizing. I think we might actually reprice down to there. Now this is a harder call because on the higher time frame, this looks like it was a rejection block. We're respecting that a little bit too much. What does the daily say? Daily says higher. We just have a small discrepancy on the 4 hour. these equal lows. Okay, I just want to see what fair value gaps PD arrays we respect. Is this New York open? We're a little bit past it. We did already have the Judas swing low. We're running out this low. If this fair value gap, or if this order block gets invalidated, then of course we're going to be bearish. Let's go out for 1 minute. 39.59. Okay, so what do we miss? Run up, taking out this high, respecting this fair value gap, run below, rejection block up here, tap into it lower. We could have taken a trade down to this short right here, but it's fine. So this was a Judas swing. All we can really look for is just a retracement now into a fair value gap like this. But with how deep we are past midnight open, I don't know about that. Tend to a premium, respect to this order block. See what we do with these lows now. This low has been taken. Overall bias is still bullish, so if we can get displacement and disrespect this fair value gap, turn this into an inverse or a PPR and keep this breaker block, then it would be a really good long entry. Okay, I want to see more displacement. This is giving us an entry right here. I'm not really gonna rush or force an entry. I want to see something clear, even though I know it's probably gonna respect it, push up higher. There we go. There is a respect and push up higher after turning this into a fair value gap. We could have taken a trade out this one, but as I said, I'm going to take it a lot slower because it'll kill my confidence going into tomorrow. So, I don't even know what this one is. This is just background music, ambient music. So yeah, run up. If we can get a retracement back into discount, we could use a higher time frame unicorn right here as an entry, just because of our overall bias. So once we did get this reaction, I'd say it's safe enough for me to take longs. We are already in the 1 minute. I always have to scale out. What low did we take out? We ran out this low. Okay, so perfect. We are getting an entry here. We just have to get above these fair value gaps. But retracement to a discount, this would be perfect. It's still not looking good enough for me. I don't really want to run up higher. Hold up. We still haven't retraced into a discount. If we use this swing high to this swing low, it would be considered one. So, yeah, I'll be willing to take a long here. 11 handles to target this high. It seems like a trade I'd realistically take, and since it's an Powell day, not because of confidence, but since I'm normally gonna risk. Tap, stop. Okay, why would we get stopped on this? This is what I want to go over, because we were respecting this fair value gap, and if we were in a higher time frame sell model, this would have been the area we would have respected, and we saw our bodies respect this one. And we did have this push lower, but I wouldn't consider this a shift, especially with this. So, keep this order block marked down, see what we do off of it. No, we displace through it. Okay. So I'm okay with a loss like that. See what we're doing. Something I should have also looked out for, we already had midnight open and I run up above at manipulation and the higher time frame rejection block saying they were bearish. And we were already pushing lower sell side of the curve at this point, so buy side and sell side. So keeping those two in mind, I'm okay with a loss like that. And we were also in a premium, so smart. See if we finally get a return to a discount. Back to the 1 minute. So one loss on the day. I don't really trust what's it called long anymore. I'd want to start looking for a short right up here off this mitigation block. Check the 5 minute. Anything else? Because we already returned to a discount. And this swing high to this swing low isn't really in a discount, so I'm just gonna have to watch price do its thing. So we are tapping into this BPR. If we can respect it, run up above this high, it would be considered a buy model, but I really do think on the higher time frames, it's gonna look more like a short. So still bearish biased. I'm still expecting lower. And below, and below. Yeah. This is where we're gonna have to wait for PM session. And I kinda wanna see this order block hold and just throw price all the way up there. Let's see, PM session, let's see if we get any type of liquidity sweeps, because usually during the PM session, it sets the stage for what we're looking for in the, or wherever we sweep and launch hour, it sets the stage for a PM session. So a run up higher, of course this is just going to be like a short-term retracement because I'm still bearish, but I'll check out the higher time frames right before it turns PM. Mitigation. This typically would be a good unicorn entry just because of this 0.5 respect. There we go, tap back into it, and Yeah, I don't really think we're gonna expect it, especially because we're on lunch. Okay. So going to PM, 15-minute. Just gonna see what we're doing. No rush. I gotta keep that in mind. BPR that we did tap into, I kind of respect, and our daily bias is bullish, and I think we're inside of OTE of our overall range. So bodies, swing low, swing high. We are inside of OTE. So, of course, if this fair value gap, 15-minute fair value gap, gets inversed, we could already start looking for longs. Who's that? Could start looking for longs. Ugh. Okay. This, do we sweep out low? Let me check on the 1 minute. Is this soundboard? Oh! It's too loud? 8:26. Okay, perfect. That wasn't too late. Alright, I'll move this mic closer. And this should be better. Taking really slow. If this 15-minute fair value gap gets inversed and we can actually push through this high, get some good movement through it, we could use this high as an entry, call it a mitigation block or a breaker block just because we took out this low. So this redistribution. Also, we were respecting this. So let's just see what we do. I don't know if we sweep it and then we have a shift lower, suspecting this fair value gap, pushing through all this, then we're just gonna have to follow shorts throughout the day because it's Wednesday. Okay, perfect. Displacement above the high. That's exactly what I was looking for. So we're gonna use this high as our mitigation block. Right here. Let's hop on the 5 minute, just confirm what we're looking for. We also did get this close above the 15-minute fair value gap. We could have used a retracement into it as an entry, but let's clear up the charts a bit. Okay, now we create this fair value gap, plus this little high right up here. I don't really want to risk longs here, even though it looks like a good setup, I don't want to risk it. There we go, tap into it, so this would have been our initial entry, so we're just going to leave a mental order here. And stop below the mean threshold of the order block. Targeting, we don't have a proper target in place, but it would be this high, and typically I don't really see a return up into highs like this too often, so I'm not going to be too confident in a trade like this. But usually PM session we can see a reversal, so let's see. Run through, and drawdown. Run through. I think that was our stop right there. Yeah. Okay, so we would have gotten stopped out. It's good to note that though. I never really see a run up to these highs when we're in the PM session. Usually we just have a retracement and we follow down lower, especially with how choppy this was. And it could also look like we are forming low resistance liquidity at these lows. So keeping this marked out, except for this low, this is kind of messed up. We could expect some acceleration below this low. We still haven't shifted market structure yet. This low could have been considered one, but I'm going to have to see a retrace and reaction. So, using your 0.5. Mean threshold, the order block is where I'm presuming it's going to be. Also, if we can use this fair value gap as support, or this inversion fair value gap. This overall looks like a good area to short in. I'm going for it. What time is it? 1:18. I would be fine taking it short just because of the risk. And we also have a low hanging fruit target right here. So 14 handle, 4 to 5. Let's do it. Hold up, we gotta actually put this in. So my confluence is for this trade. Higher time frame fair value gap that was respected. We ran out this high, so this could have also been a soup. Retracement into potentially an OTE. Let me just confirm that real quick. Retracement into. Oh, we'll use the bodies quick. So retracement to OTE. I'm gonna use this as our standard deviation. We could be taking profits at a little bit below this low because of what was it called? I don't remember the name. Low resistance liquidity. 5 minute. Yeah, not much on the 5 minute. That's kind of concerning because this is where I wanted to look for longs, but I'd be willing to take on risk. Just a little bit lower than that. Tapped. Okay, tagged. Okay, that's a reaction lower. Stop would be automatically to break even. We did fill up these fair value gaps, but with where I'm expecting, we went lower. So, I hope Spoken's here. Look at that. So we did have this low taken, but no drawdown. 9.5. entry off of, what was our entry off of? I guess you could say it was this inversion fair value gap, this fair value gap plus this reaper fair value gap. Mean threshold of the order block also played a role in my bias, but stump up here, I guess that was pretty good. The no drawdown entry was nice, run out this low, and with our low resistance liquidity up next. Okay, good. So with this low taken out, I could expect, okay, thank you, Spoken. This mitigation block, I wouldn't really call this out as a re-entry because we're already too much into a discount, but I want to see if we can retrace, take out these lows, or tap our 2.5 with it. So retracement, this is where I might have called out re-entry if some people lost it, but overall I'm going to tell most people not to take it. This would have been considered another mental entry, just for journaling, just to take notes, and also because we have low resistance liquidity, plus this second standard deviation, ready to go. But if we inverse it, then that would just be where I just call it. So run, tap into it, accumulation. Hopefully we can get manipulation, tap into mean threshold, this order block above that size, plus this inversion, so maybe a little bit higher might be permitted. But there we go, our higher. And this is where the idea would have been invalidated because we ran lower, tapped into this order block, shifted market structure with this high. Now we can just expect higher prices. So we got our trade was completed, full take profits hit, so there's something to be proud about. I really want to go back on this entry. So we had OCE, we had inversion fair value gap. Where is our wick at? I'm just gonna keep OTE in mind. Inversion fair value gap right here that we did run up above, and this bearish fair value gap plus this order block right here. What really caused this trade was kind of this fair value gap right here. We could have called it a reclaimed rebalance. No, I'm kidding. We didn't tap into any other PD array. This overall just looked like a good area to short off of, so I just would have went for it. This order block, mean threshold, the order block, which we could have done this one right up here, but I think this fair value gap was where I was watching it. Okay, we can go on to the next day. Yeah, this is already 2 p.m. We're just accumulating. Okay, now we run up these lows. I still want to see this low get taken, so I'm just going to watch this happen overnight. There we go. That was probably your second standard deviation getting tapped. We're going to hop on the 15-minute. Okay, Thursday, what do we usually expect? Let me see what our news is. Michigan Consumer Index. I'm not really going to worry too much about that. Okay, back to the hourly. What's our overall daily bias? We're still bullish on the daily, and we did fail to take out these lows, so chill out a bit. Yeah, more accumulation, but I already think we respected this fair value gap right here, or this one, our daily fair value gap. Scaled on to the 4-hour. Not much. We did run out. We didn't really run out these lows. These equal lows are still concerning. The 4-hour still looks pretty bearish, but I'm still bullish on the daily and all other time frames. I'm just going to keep these equal lows in mind. Keep them as something to watch out for. Back to the hourly. Yeah, we inverse this fair value gap. So let's just clear up the charts a bit. I wish I could be looking at SMT and DXY because I know in beginning of 23 it was looking good. So this could also be considered a BPR that we rejected off of. So our next target is going to be this high and this high. And of course, I want to see a Judas swing, which I don't think we had that. We also have price index. What time is this at? Oh, this is Thursday. Okay, so we don't even have to worry about that. 15-minute. I think this would have already been our manipulation lower, so we could just continue expanding throughout the day. This BPR inversion fair value gap looks so good. Alright, yeah, I don't know if I could put ES and DX where am I able to up here? Do you think I'd be able to? Yeah, we'll do that in the future. Okay, so, of course I'm going to keep this order block marked out because we rejected off it, but this BPR respect, I kind of like that. 1 second. I'm going to blow this candle up. Actually, I kind of like the flames behind me. I'll keep it for the rest of the video. Okay. So, of course, bullish. Next time, okay. You can't run. You can't run, okay. These two highs just got ran out. Displacement lower. So, off this high, I don't really like that. Plus the 0.5 of this, or the mean threshold of this order block. Hold up. I'm not gonna lie, that's raising the temperature in the room. It's getting hot. Order blocks? Order blocks is the down close candles. Like, for example, we can go for, or if we're pushing up. This isn't even an order block. What am I thinking? Or is it? Yeah, it's an order block. Us up close candle before a massive down move. We're gonna retrace back into it. My bad. I was a little bit confused on this one. Yeah, so this up close candle before this massive down move, this is considered an order block. This green candle before we displace dump down lower, and you can see we tap into a rejected lower. But price likes to do that sometimes to get our little, what was it called? Runs below liquidity. So what time is this? 1:30. We could also consider this a Judas swing just because we swept out this low, but I've seen in instances where this breaker right here plus fair value gap is a unicorn inside of an OTU, and we actually get close up, we trap people, other ICT traders, and going long off this just because of our bias. We also swept out this low. So I really want to be cautious in that area, but I don't think I'm going to be taking a trade right away. I'm going to be extremely patient, extra patient in my thing. I'm only going to take like one trade a day now, or go for none. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to reward myself if I take no trades in a day. I'm not going to be an everyday trader. So I overall just want to see what price does. Respect this mean threshold. Already push lower. Nothing I see that I like right now. Just sweeps to this high. Looks like we are going to push lower. Hopefully we can take out this low, but yeah, there we go. Oh, I don't think this is mean threshold. Usually we wouldn't be going lower off that, but still I'd be sitting on my hands, no trade. Check out higher time frame, see what we look like. We're below that low, inversion. Take out these lows, fair value gap, order block, tap into this order block. Premium discount. Yeah, I'd say that this is a kind of an OT order block. Keeping that in mind, could have been a place that we'd pivot off of. Finally, just inverse this fair value gap, and this high is starting to look kind of good for a market maker buy model long, but I don't think I'm going to end up taking that, so I'm just going to keep watching price run up higher, and I could get this retracement lower. Being extremely patient. This is OTE. This would be considered an OTE unicorn just because of us sweeping this low, so as per my risk plan, I'd be willing to take a short here, stop below mean threshold this order block. Being really conservative with our targets. I still want a 1 to 3, but I'm not going to be too picky. Yeah, just because I don't want to expose myself to a lot of risk. So, buy limit down here, unicorn tapped, rejection higher. I don't really like where this is going, but hopefully we can respect this fair value gap. And of course my logical target would be up this high right here, but I'm going to be really conservative with my targets. Like sometimes I'd even take profit down to this high. But if I don't get another candle that moves in my favor just because we're chopping around, that's not really a sign that I want to see. I would probably put stops to break even if I saw this for value gap form, because this could just be another leg to a sell model. So I would have to sadly put my stops at break even just because I don't want to expose myself or the signal bots to risk. Let me turn the music down. I know Spoken's about to DM me. Okay. So stops to break even. We did not get what we wanted. We did run below this low, tap into this order block, and this is where I do think we could start moving. I don't want to have any regret, no fear of missing out if we do run to my take profit, which I'm pretty confident that we are going to do right now. So I just want to get used to it. See, run up, another take profit, probably run up to take out this high, but I don't know if we actually hit our take profit. I probably would have exited early off that. This high or this high. Either way, if we get stopped out and price runs the full take profit, that's not something we can stress out about. We just have to, know that there's going to be more setups. Keep in mind that we didn't lose any money, and just be patient for the next setup, because this stuff usually forms. Very often setups like this form, and just because we get it wrong once because of just either bad conditions, as you can see. Let's check out the 5-minute pure chop. We got lucky enough to get out of break even, so we cannot be stressed out about a loss that ran to full take profits. Market has moves like this every single day. Big moves that we could capitalize off of. So run up above this high, swept this high, rejection block up at this high, so we rejected this high. This is where we could have taken shorts, but we were too focused on our longs, but that doesn't bother me. Run up this low, and of course we are obviously going to be bearish for the rest of the day until we hit PM session, which I might just not trade until then, but this does look very good for us to just, oh wait, no, we already retraced and rejected off of it. So of course run up higher, keep this in my mind because I want to see what we do. Keep that high there. We are on set by higher time frame fair value gap, so we could scalp, target a retracement, we have this high right here that we also tapped into. So keeping this high marked out and keeping in mind what we just filled. Rejected that inversion fair value gap. And this is why it's so important to scale out to the higher time frames. We are inside of a higher time frame unicorn. So longs would be pretty practical here if I was looking at the higher time frames, which it's always important to zoom out. And yeah, we're inside of an hourly fair value gap. It looks like we're actually respecting the consequent encroachment of it too. Okay, so yeah, we are respecting consequent encroachment of it. Yeah, I think I'd be looking for longs here. So let's start looking for a long entry. Keep in mind we are going to push into lunch soon, so I would have wanted to take it. I might just end up taking one off mean threshold of this order block right here. So long right here, mean threshold. Stop a little bit below this low, and our target. It might be a pretty big target, but 70 handles, 17 handles. This is actually too much risk for me. Keeping your stop. Max I'd ever do is 15, but I usually like to keep it under 12. But since I don't have a clear entry, and this is a little bit into premium, I'm gonna have to wait for a retracement. But we also have this inverse fair value gap supporting us. So tapped. Strike down my regrets. Yep, I'm stopped out. Okay, that's okay though. We should have waited for more structure to form out and maybe sweep up this low, but I'm not gonna tilt. I'm done trading if that happens. And watch this. We would have been absolutely demolished if we waited for one, and it's because of this. What was it called? Rising wedge. And you know what rising wedge do, right? Boom, 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 boom. Shoot lower. So this is our rising wedge. That was a really good area for longs, but I don't think we're gonna get it right every single time. So I think we're gonna be done for this day because we already had 2 losses, 1 break even and 1 actual loss. Just because I really like that entry. Higher time frame unicorn. What was it called? Push lower. But you can obviously see price just small retracements up higher. Retracements up higher. I don't think we tapped into. Oh, we did. Okay, so I think we would have been fine if we did have a wider stop loss and target the 0.5. Uh-oh. If we would have, what was it called, respect to 0.5 of this range. We already did retrace, and that's what price seems to be doing, so we could have kept in mind what happened earlier today. Retracement to 0.5, tap into a PD array up here. Oh, yeah, he's coming after me for rising wedge. I'm messing with you, I don't actually trade rising wedges. But you can see we tapped into 0.5, this, what was it called, premium fair value gap, plus, you could say this order block right here. But, tapped into that, and obviously we're going to go lower after we retrace into it, and shoot lower. So, if we have kept it in mind, we are going to start returning. I think our next draw is going to be this midnight open right here. So, keep this midnight open in mind. There we go. Nailed our midnight open. So, next draw on liquidity, or my next draw, I don't think it's liquidity, has been tagged. And now we can expect this low to start getting demolished. So, I'm done trading for the day. Actually, I'm going to tape read. I would tape read Friday. Or I'd tape read PM session. Okay. Fair value gap right here. Obviously, we're bearish. We shifted market structure again, or just broke structure, retracement, higher time, lower, very small market structure shift, inversion fair value gap now. And what we would be looking for is a retracement to 0.5. So I've either this range, which we're already in, but I think we're gonna want a bigger one just because of launch. So this high, this is where I'm expecting us to retrace into, tap into this fair value gap, order block, or inversion fair value gap, and return up to 0.5. And yeah, I think we already returned into it, so turned back into it. I think we tapped the PD array, and there we go, shoot lower. So I think I would have been able to call it a really good short once we tapped to a premium of this range. Realistically speaking, I probably wouldn't be looking for longs off of it, but if I was looking for shorts, I would definitely take one off a sell model, which I think us disrespecting this for value gap at this high, and I give my little speech on. But I said sell side of the curve, but I think I would have been stopped out, realistically speaking, just because of how I put my stop losses. So, enter off here, my stop loss would be behind main threshold of this order block, and yeah, it would have been tagged out. But if I would have not paper-handed, since it is 12, I should keep this in mind going into tomorrow. I should try risking a little bit more, or at the highs if I can, if risk permits me, so I could be targeting targets like this. And this would be a really clean 1 to 4, and I really think price or the algorithm wherever gave us a really clean entry for this play. Run out this high, tap back into our premium, which is what we've always been doing for the entire day. Premium, lower, premium, lower, premium, lower, and that's what we did. So it's pretty clear to target that. And I'm just going to use our standard deviation, use our projections for this. There we go, first one hit. I want to see a retracement here, and I don't really think our retracement can be that deep. I think it's literally just going to be, yeah, right up here. and then lower, and retracement. See if we can nail something else. Okay, now this looks something a little bit more interesting. So we can see this as a buy model and continue up higher. Uh-oh, I remember this audio. Are you okay? Are you really fine? I mean, there we go. So as I was saying, retrace slowly, rise up into 0.5, into the fair value gap, and what was it? This is also a unicorn right here. So I want you guys, if anyone's watching this or spoken, look at this, because we could have taken a trade. What have we done throughout the entire day? Retrace slowly or chop up into a 0.5. This girl needs to shut up. Okay, so retrace into 0.5 plus you could say this is a mitigation block. I'd personally call it one just because some people call it a breaker. I like this mitigation block more. Retrace into this mitigation block plus this fair value gap, and obviously we would be targeting out this low now or for standard deviation, the big one. So boom, that would have nailed it. And with our current parameters on the day, I know as a fact I would be taking this trade. If I saw 0.5 respect and this mitigation block, this would have been my entry. My stop would have been this second fair value gap, 12 handle stop, or I would have even just said 10, or I could have said something absolutely crazy, but this is realistically where it would have been, and I would have targeted for a standard deviation. So that's a 90 handle take profit right there. And you know I would too. I'm calling out what's going to happen. So if I was actually watching the market do this and carefully watching slowly, this would have been another trade. But we're just skipping through it a little bit quickly. So, or you could have even targeted the 5th, but I don't really prefer to do that. But yeah, here's our dump throughout the day. You could have targeted way lower, held a runner. Ooh, imagine you held a runner at this one right here. Let's see that. Holding a runner for maybe 200 plus handles. Okay. That's pretty good though. It's already been 47 minutes. I think it's way less stressful and I'm more locked in whenever I can take it. Price a lot slower. Michigan Consumer Price Index. Rejection block here, please. Yep. Retrace. Hopefully. Oh wait, no. Okay, this is PM. There we go. We got our rejection. I'm just happy now. I'm not really expecting much. So obviously we're going a little bit bearish. So at this point, I'm not going to hold on to my bias for that long. I'm just going to kill it off and say, we're bearish. I'm just going to accept the fact that we are bearish on the day. So, going into our daily, we're just going to look over PD arrays. And we are inside of this, what was it called? Higher time frame one. We are tapping into mean threshold, which usually constitutes a little rejection off of it. So, short term, we would be bullish, but I think we can really push below it. This doesn't look good either. This is also a, let's say unicorn, but let's go into the hourly. I'd have to see this PD array disrespected for valid long, but I'm gonna wait for 10, wait for that news to hit, and we're just gonna keep watching price on the 5-minute this time. But let's just watch. Run below this low, so no, wait, I'm gonna call that a Judas swing. Trace. This looks like a sell model, if I'm being completely honest. I might. I don't want to disrespect rules, but I'm going to leave like a mental entry here. Just say if I would have seen this high getting ran out right here, stop, and handles right up here, targeting this low right here. But I'm not actually going to take this. I would never take this. Oh, that's brutal. Okay. Now, let's wait for news to hit. It's getting a little bit crazy, but we're gonna wait for news to hit. There we go. News has hit. Okay, today looks really volatile. Looks kind of dangerous, but of course, this low is expected to get taken. We already had our manipulation higher, looking at our open high low close. So, we're up higher, this fair value gap. This breaker doesn't really constitute anything. This right here I would have kind of wanted to see a retracement into. There we go. So if I was actually looking for shorts and I didn't have the time aspect, I would have shorted off here. It's not too late actually. I'll add it right here. I still need some weight to my decisions, so I'm gonna add some more PD arrays. Let's see if I actually would have taken it. Just tapped into a premium, and this is probably gonna have to be in market order. I'm just gonna leave this high. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this high, target this low right here. 10 handles, 40 handles, low hanging fruit. I'd say it's okay for me to enter a limit, or not a limit, I'd say I have to go with a market order. Sell market order right here. Sell at market. We didn't tap into, okay, this trade is starting to look worse. I think you were, I think Spoken's also here. We did also tap into this inversion, so, oh, that's not good. That's okay then. I really do think news has somewhat of a factor to play in price action. We could also just call this an inversion once we disrespected it, closed above it. Oh, I think that's what I did wrong. Yeah, you can see what I did wrong now. I think I'm starting to get a little bit more foggy and, what was it called? Less clear-headed. Because the candlesticks are starting to remind me of Minecraft. So I'm probably going to have to end this off right after this one. But you can see right here, waked up. Did we tap into this one? Okay. So we pushed up above this inversion PD array, retraced into 0.5 of it, and of course we're going to run up higher. And yeah, I guess with where we've been heading, our shift right here, this sweep of this low, push up higher, retrace, push up higher, retrace, push up higher, and our failure to push below these lows right here, I guess I should have been long biased on the day. So, I mean, that's completely my fault. I probably would have been able to spot that in real time, but yeah, that's not too good. Yeah, I'm starting to see it now. Okay. Yeah, I should have been zoomed out a bit more. I'll show you. Hop on the 5 minute. Look what's on the 5 minute. Bunch of PD arrays plus this order block right here being respected. And once we already did this, 100% I should have known. Yeah, candlesticks remind me of Minecraft. Just a little bit because my head hurts right now. But I'm going to get back to studying in a bit. I'm probably going to have to end this off. But we did close above this fair value gap, which inversion, tap back into it. This would have been our long entry. Plus, what was it? We could have, I'm not going to call it Wicks and order block. And then automatically we had displacement up higher, retracement. I don't think we can get any sort of entry for this high to get taken, but we already did run it out. And I could see higher prices. Or chop throughout the day. We're going to wait for PM. I'm just going to force one more trade. It's going to be a quick force. I'm just going to look at it, think high, low resistance liquidity. I'm going to look for any reason to go short now. Right off this side. This is going to be really quick. Look for a sell model to form. There we go. Breakaway gap. I don't want to see that get returned back into right here. Okay, we're gonna go short. There we go. I'm gonna see this low resistance liquidity work. Then I'm done after this trade. Takes a stop loss or take profit. Oh. Okay. Come on, do your thing. Low resistance. Go. Okay. Buy model. Come on, shoot through. Okay, it didn't work. I was thinking that this could have been low resistance liquidity. We could have a sharp displacement lower because of this, but we didn't get it. But that's alright. Run up a high. Okay, run up above that high. I'm not stopping until I see this low get taken. Actually, it's personal. It will get taken. I know as a fact it will. We're not gonna leave this high behind. It might even take days, but we're not gonna leave it. Finally. Okay, we took it out. Unicorn. Tap back into it. Shoot lower. Okay, that would have been good. Higher time for buys. I can't actually move up ahead anymore, so I think my... Yeah, I think it's broken. Okay, I think that's a good enough sign for me to call it here. Pressure control space. Okay. I think that this is a good place to end it off at. I'm going to head back to studying. We have our analysis going into tomorrow. Bullish. And I think I'm a little bit cured. I know I'm more confident if I take it slower, actually look at the charts, I'd be chilling. So, have a good night, everyone watching, whoever's watching the actual live stream, because I know those pop off sometimes.